And the other part is, I'll just take the video. We can add the comment. So that's not a problem. Because I know that I add voice later many times. So I'll get the full captions. Can you go around and then even get down before the doctor? All good? We'll get them over there. Absolutely. I'll get the two umpires. Can I borrow you guys just to add your picture before you talk to them? I know you did, that's why I got you up. You're the fastest. No, we haven't. We're waiting for you all. No, because you also had this. We borrow you just sorry, not your point. The point with the man. Yes. No, but I'll tell you something. And now it should not. Now the sun coming out. That's how we ended up with it. Sorry, were you on, mate? Yeah.
Dobre Utro, and welcome to the 2022 Mediterranean Cricket League from Budanets Oval here in Zagreb. Very thankful to all those on our live stream who have joined us. We know that there are many people from around the world watching. Special welcome to our guests from Europe, where this tournament is focused, and also those in countries such as Australia, New Zealand, South Africa and the subcontinent. Ladies and gentlemen, the first game is about to get underway. We've had a slight delay. There was some rain overnight in Zagreb, and the umpires decided to hold off play for 15 minutes just so that we could get underway in the right fashion. As you will be able to see on your screen now, the toss is about to occur. Today's first match is between the Zagreb Cricket Club and the Australian Boomerangs. The Australian Boomerangs obviously feature a number of players from European heritage, some from Croatia, some from Estonia, and also from other parts of the world. It promises to be a great tournament. This is the 5th edition of the Mediterranean Cricket League. The first since 2019. For obvious reasons, it unfortunately hasn't been able to be held over the last 2 years due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But we are welcome to have it back, and it promises to be a great tournament over the next 4 days. We will just stay watching as the toss is about to occur, and we will find out who is going to be batting first, and we'll also get some lineups to you. We'll find out very soon who is going to be batting first. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Mediterranean Cricket League was founded in 2015 by Croatian national representative Jeff Brzinic and the Croatian Cricket Foundation as a way to give Croatian cricketers great exposure to high-class cricket played in tournament conditions to help develop its players and the game of cricket in Croatia. The first tournament was played in June 2016 in Split, Croatia. So were the next two tournaments, and also the fourth one was played in Chutapi. So it's been a fantastic little initiative that was developed by Jeff Brzinic, who resides in Perth, Western Australia. It is currently a 4 to 8 international competition. This year we unfortunately just have 4 teams, but it's going to still be a fantastic competition that we will see over the next couple of days. Very competitive it promises to be. We've been staying in the same hotel as all of the teams, and there's certainly been a fair bit of banter already going on about who is going to be the most successful. So yes, we look forward to seeing what is about to unfold. Now I don't have word yet on who the toss is, but just having a look at the pictures, I can see that the Australian Zagrebs appear to be warming up to bat. So it looks like the Australian Boomerangs will be batting first. So we'll bring you that coverage very shortly. Please stay tuned, and we will go from there.
Right, look, I've done my first job as a...
Now you've been excellent. Thank you so much.
Try and be an umpire.
Okay, so
Good luck, mate.
This here, we need... You can help. This is the size.
No, this is not my job.
I know it's not. No.
You have to remember, I just told Bob, my dad was a carpenter. Took me to work for once. Realised I had no talent.
We have 3. No, we'll have to
go right to the...
What we've got? Nicky? How far are you on height? We didn't get the side screen.
Is this fine? We need some of that string to tie on.
Okay, so I'm going to lose 50 to help with the Paul is calling me. I think we already know. Okay. Of course. I just want to try and skill too.
Umpires, do we have toss result? Zagreb won it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have confirmation that Zagreb Cricket Club has won the toss and elected to bowl. So we will see the Australian Boomerangs going into bat first very shortly. As we have the umpires coming out into the middle. Your officials for today are Mr. Steve Tripp from Belgium and Mr. Bob Belcher from England and Australia. Australian Yes. Thanks to those who have joined today's coverage of the Mediterranean Cricket League from Budanets Oval in Zagreb, Croatia. Play for the first match is about to get underway. Zagreb has won the toss and they have sent the Australian Boomerangs into bat. It should be promises to be a great tournament. Your broadcast is today happening from the Mega Go-Karts end. Mega Go-Karts is the premier go-kart racing facility here in Zagreb, Croatia. And the friendly folk here have been very kind enough to open their doors and make lots of their facilities and accommodation available to the Mediterranean Cricket League, which is a fantastic result, and we thank very much the Mega Go-Karts team. In the background, as you will see on your screens, we have the Zagreb Mountains. It is a very fantastic backdrop that we have here at the Budanets Oval, and certainly, yes, if you are looking to enjoy some scenic cricket, I don't think at the moment there would be any better location in the world than currently the Budanets Oval in Zagreb. Play is about to get underway shortly, as I said. The Zagreb Cricket Club won the toss and have elected to bowl, and that means the Australian Boomerangs will be batting first. And as we can actually see at the moment, we have the opening batsman for the Aussie Boomerangs coming out to back. That is Stuart Hook, who is well known to this tournament as the tournament's leading run scorer in its history, previously suiting up for the Sarama of Estonia. And we also have the captain, Mr. Mr. Dan Turkic, I should say. His brother Chris, unfortunately, has a slight injury and is not playing today, but the Boomerangs are hopeful he will be available to play later in the tournament, which would be a fantastic result because he has previously represented the Croatian national side and also been part of this tournament. So we are about to get underway. We're just waiting for the Zagreb team to take to the field. They're just having a quick meeting, and we will get underway very shortly. Today's stream is brought to you by Alan Consulting Group, the Career Institute from Kota in Rajasthan. We're very thankful to have Alan Career Institute supporting the tournament and making this live stream possible. And so, yes, I can also see from my little technology here that I have in front of me that that we have a number of viewers tuning in. Fantastic! Thank you to all of you who have tuned in from all over the globe. Yeah, we're looking very much forward to this tournament. We have Nils opening the bowling. Stuart Hook is taking strike. Stuart Hook, interestingly, has the highest score in MCL history, 178, scored in 2017, in what was actually the highest scoring match of the tournament. Quite an incredible feat to score 178 in a T20 tournament, but he most certainly is no stranger, and he does like to hit big. Speaking to him in the hotel last night, I told him all the pressure was on him, and he said, thanks, I'm going to get 6 ducks this week. Here we go. And the first delivery is a wide down the leg side. Not the start Zagreb would have liked to get, but no doubt the bowler will get his angle better for the next delivery. Much better line from the bowler. Oh! A much better line from the bowler there. He certainly had Hook a little bit worried. So, as yet, no runs scored off the bat. First ball for Turkic. It's a wide ball. For those listeners at home, an interesting fact about the Turkic family is that they are actually cousins of Australian Socceroo Josh Risdon. Yes, Josh Risdon has played in the Australian A-League. That is the football competition back in Australia for many years for Perth Glory, Western Sydney Wanderers, and recently captained the Western United. Is that an appeal? Umpire's having enough of it, and that's the end of the over. So Turkic survives a minor scare. The end of the over. The Boomerangs are none for 5. So all overs are being bowled from the Mega Go-Karts end. That is to assist with our broadcast here. We only have the one camera set up, but that is okay because it means that we can get quick changes and we'll be able to get through the overs at a rapid rate. Given that we started late and we're hoping to stay on time, we'll see how we go. Ooh. Hooker's had to work hard to keep that one out. So far, none of the batsmen have been able to get away with any easy shots. There have been a couple of wides to start with. The bowlers are just a touch rusty to start with. Ooh. He's beaten him completely, and the batsmen are sneaking through for a leg bye. Wide swing and a miss there from Turkic. And that's a lovely pull shot behind square by Turkic. 4 added to the total. So Turkic is one of 3 Croatians in this team that will actually be suiting up for next week's ICC qualifying tournament for the ICC 2020 World Cup in Australia later this year. Fingers crossed for them. Scampering through. An easy single for the Australian Boomerangs. The bowler is going to come around the wicket. Inside of hook, and we have a dot ball. End of the second over. And the Boomerangs are 11 for none. So yes, Dan Turkic and Chris Turkic and Boro Jurkovic will be suiting up for the Croatia side next week at the ICC World T20 qualifying tournament in Finland. All 3 of those gentlemen reside in Perth, Australia, but are eligible to play for the Croatia side. And obviously, this tournament is a very important lead-up event for the ICC World Qualifying Tournament because it gives these Croatian players some competitive competition in cricket ahead of what is going to be an even more competitive Oh, and the field has missed it. Batsmen are coming back for a second. Yes, as I said, it's an important lead-up event for the World T20 qualifying tournament. There is very little competitive cricket played here in Croatia, so any cricket that these players are able to get before the competition is incredibly valuable. We hope you're enjoying your coverage from wherever you are tuning in from around the world. A big thanks to My Action Replay Clubs for their support of this tournament and allowing this live stream to be possible. Turkic lets that one go. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, this live stream is possible thanks to Allen Career Institute from Kota, Rajasthan, a big supporter of the Mediterranean Cricket League over the years, and a fantastic to have them on board this year as the live stream sponsor. Turkic not able to pierce the gap there. Given some of these players, such as Turkic, have come from Australia, it's currently not cricket season back home, so they haven't, perhaps a touch rusty just coming into this game, having not had some competitive cricket for a number of months. Another good over from the Zagreb Cricket Club, just 4 from it. The Boomerangs are 15 for none after 3 overs. So it has been quite overcast at this morning here in Zagreb. There was some rain overnight, not a great deal of rain, but enough to just sort of make the ground a bit wet, and so the umpires actually decided to delay the start of play this morning by 15 minutes just to make sure that the ground was in top-tip shape for the start of today's first match of the 2022 Mediterranean Cricket League. We have a change of bowling again. The batsman is coming around the wicket. Let's see what Stu Hook can do here. Well, there's a misfield. The fielder stops it before the cover boundary, and the batsman come through for 2. So Zagreb is the local cricket team here. They have the most number of players in one individual club here in Croatia. They have been playing cricket for quite a number of years. There's actually a long and storied history of Croatian cricket, which we will bring to you shortly. It's obviously a big welcome for these players to have some international touring teams come to play the great game. And Hook hits that straight down the ground, and that'll be a 4, just down to where our broadcast tower is here at the Budanets Cricket Oval. We trust you are enjoying our broadcast, and very thank you to all of those viewers from around the world who have tuned in. Hook hits that through mid-wicket, just for 1. Turkic looks for the second, but Hook is not interested. So, very good take there by the wicketkeeper. Just goes to show that these players are very much serious about their game. They do train and play a fair amount of times throughout the year. They do love their game. It is actually a little known fact that every country pretty much in Europe does have some form of national team and individual cricket clubs within them. So it's fantastic to see the game getting support all around the world. the end of the fourth over. It's 24 for none. Scorers, can just check this total score. Nils coming back on to bowl. There's an appeal, but it appeared to be going down the leg side. Turkic charges down the ground and hits that through covers for 4. Fantastic shot by Turkic. The Aussie Boomerang starting to get a bit of a groove now. 27 runs on the board. Oh, apologies. I've been told, despite what I thought was my good eyesight, it's actually Marko Vake, who's also a fellow Estonian. So my apologies there. Unfortunately, I didn't have the team list in front of me. So well, while we're on the subject of Marko Vake, Marko is probably your quintessential true European cricketer. He was born and raised in Estonia and has grown up playing cricket in Estonia. So he hasn't come from one of your more traditional cricket playing nations and migrated to Estonia. He is an Estonian who has learnt the game in the country itself. Wide delivery there. They're going for the quick single. Two balls left in the over to come. And Hook has top edged that over the slips for 4 runs. Just starting to warm up here a little bit in Zagreb, which is fantastic that the sun is coming out. It is still quite overcast, but we are very hopeful that there won't be any interruptions with any rain today. The forecast did suggest there might be some showers coming through at 11 o'clock, which is in just over an hour from now. A play and a miss there by Hook. And that's the end of the 5th over. The Boomerangs are 33 for none. So as you will see now, the umpires are about to change. To ensure the continuity of the game, each umpire is standing at the officiating end, for 5 overs, while his partner does the umpiring from square leg. So now we are seeing Mr. Bob Belcher lining up to officiate these next 5 overs.
So Vike, who is on strike, has played many years for Estonia. He's played over a decade in Estonian colours. He's captained the side, been a wicket keeper. You're probably actually on screen seeing the two most experienced and successful cricketers in Estonian cricket history, in Marko Vaik and Stuart Hook. Stuart Hook is born in Adelaide, but has a family heritage in Estonia, and has, yes, likewise been a very successful cricketer for the Estonians. Vike pulls that through mid-wicket, just the one. Some chatter starting to come on the field from the Zagreb. They are chasing that elusive first wicket. They will want to get wickets. And Hook puts that away. And there is the first 6 of the tournament. Fantastic shot by Hook. Now our fielders have the challenge of finding the ball. There is a replacement policy if the ball is lost, which is obviously challenging given that there is some reasonably high shrubbery over there on what is the square leg boundary as it currently stands. And another advantage you can actually see, hopefully on our screens, the batting side is also coming across to help find it. But they have located the ball, and here we go. Now the Hook has his eye in. Will he attempt to do the same again? He does. He puts it high over, and it's another 6. Fantastic shot. 2 6s in a row. So with 1 ball left before the end of the batting power play, the Boomerangs have moved to 48 for none. In fact, that was the end of the over. My apologies. So 48 for the batting side from the power plays. This now allows the fielding team to have extra players outside the circle. Hopefully it shows up on your coverage, but there is an inner circle where for the first 6 overs they are only allowed 2 players outside, and from beyond these 6 overs for the next 14 they are allowed up to 5. Currently we have players positioned at deep cover, at deep near wicket, deep square leg, but nobody is actually positioned further outside. An appeal there, but certainly not in line. It did come off the bat as well, so no LBW chance at all. Zagreb have actually now pushed a player out to the deep square leg boundary, as well as deep point. Batsman scamper through for another single, and that brings up the 50 partnership between Hook and Vake. Well played. The two Estonians opening the batting for the Boomerangs and getting the job done. There's an appeal, but umpire Bob Belcher having none of it, and he calls a wide. So it's a fantastic day here in Zagreb. This is actually the first of two matches that the Zagreb Cricket Club will play today. Later on today, they will take on the Balhera Cricket Academy in today's second match. The Balherans from India are a strong side. And while there is not a lot known about Balhera, there is plenty of chatter around the Garden Inn Hotel in Zagreb that the Balhera are the team to beat. So we will see we'll get to see the Balhera team in action later today, and to see just how competitive and how much quality they bring to the Budinets Cricket Oval here in Zagreb. Batsman thought about a single there, would have been a very risky chance, but they decide against it. That is a wide, and the batsmen have also taken advantage of the fact that it was too wide for the keeper to get to cleanly, and have scampered through for an extra run. And Hook hits that hard, it's a chance! And it's caught very lovely on the deep cover boundary, and Hook has been dismissed. Fantastic catch out there in the deep. Dinesh is the catch. Fantastic, eh? It never looked like dropping it, actually. Hopefully our screens captured that for you very nicely. What a catch, and that is the end of the partnership. The first wicket has fallen. That is the end of Stuart Hook. And coming to the crease now is definitely Mr. Dan Turkic, the captain of the Boomerangs, and also a Croatian national side representative who will be travelling to Finland next week for the ICC regional qualifying tournament. So the Boomerangs, as we approach the end of the 7th over, 53 for 1. And there's a fantastic catch by Dinesh on the deep cover boundary to dismiss Stuart Hook. Lovely shot there by Vake. He looks for the second, but Turkic sends him back. And that is the end of the over. 54 for 1. I must say thank you to those who are tuned in to our live stream on the YouTube channel My Action Replays. I've already been receiving some personal messages from people back. And that has hit Vake. He doesn't appear to be appears to have hit his shoulder rather than his helmet. He looks more disappointed that he missed an opportunity to get some runs away right there and then. But he's okay, and he's ready to face strike again. As I mentioned, I have been receiving a few personal messages already from some people back in my hometown of Perth, Western Australia. Thank you to those that are tuning in, and thanks for your support of the Mediterranean Cricket League. It is getting to the late afternoon in Western Australia, so the perfect time to be enjoying some cricket. I hear it is raining back in Perth, so what better way to be spending the time than settle in with a nice cup of coffee and enjoying the cricket. Oh, and Vikes edged that one down to the fine leg boundary. Just the one. No, they're coming back for the two. Well run. In fact, that was actually hit by Turkic. We hope to hear later this morning from Tournament Director Jeff Grzinich, joining myself on the microphone to explain a little bit more about the history of Croatian cricket here in Zagreb, but also some of the previous tournaments that have been held, I should say, in Split, including the first three were played at the Resnik Cricket Ground, and the last one was played at Giuseppe. Next year, the intention is to play at Zadar, a fantastic little spot on the coast. So it's going to be a major attraction, hopefully, to bring a lot of tourists that normally come to Croatia for holiday season to also enjoy a bit of a cricket on their stay. So we currently have 4 players outside the inner circle, 3 on the offside and 1 on the onside. Vike punches that through to deep with wicket. Vike punches that one away. Will it get to the boundary? Oh, he's managed to save it. And they come back. Oh! Fortunately, the batsman had scampered through and didn't realise there was an opportunity there to take the overthrow. Oh, Vike doesn't hit that cleanly, but he gets a bottom edge down to fine leg, and they come back for 2. Turkic hits that over point. Saved on the boundary by the fielder out there in the deep. And it's just the one. Oh, no, the chance is missed there. Didn't get into position. Turkic. Sorry, Vake comes back for the second. So there was a chance missed there, you would have thought, by the fielder out there at cover. And at the end of the ninth over, the Boomerangs are 67 for 1. DJ, score. Oh, and that'll be 4 runs. Fantastic shot there by Turkic. Turkic plays out off his pads. Vike quickly scampers through there, looking at the option of a 2, just to show, putting the perhaps less experienced Zagreb cricketers under the pressure a little bit. Vake plays that off his pads, and that's 4 runs. Very experienced cricketer, as I said, Marko Vake from Estonia. Is a proper native cricketer in Europe, as I said before, having been born and raised in Estonia and grown up learning the game from within the country itself. The umpires have just called a dead ball there prior to that ball being delivered. Can't tell you from my vantage point what that was for, but it's a dead ball, and so... Ooh, and a swing and a miss outside from Vake. Chance! Oh, Vike dives on the pitch, but the fielder has missed the stumps and a chance has gone begging. Turkic plays that behind. Going to find leg. Will it slow up? Yes, it does. Viko is quick, but he decides against the 3rd run. The batsman complete 2. And at the halfway point of the Boomerangs innings, the the batting side is 79 for 1. A quick drinks break here to just rehydrate. It is warming up here in Zagreb, so we do want to make sure that the players' welfare is looked after. It does get warmer progressively as the day goes. Has been quite humid these past few days in the city, and as I said, it did rain quite heavily overnight as a result of those conditions. But nevertheless, we have play underway today, and fantastic start for the Boomerangs in this first match of the 2022 Mediterranean Cricket League. Our umpires for today are Steve Tripp from Belgium and Mr. Bob Belcher, who spends 6 months of his time in Australia and the other 6 months in England. He's a cricket tragic, Mr. Bob Belcher. He basically resides wherever he's got the opportunity to umpire, such as his appreciation and thirst for the game. I also hear that he does like a good bit of toast, and he does not particularly like people who take them from him at the hotel. So drinks break just concluding here. At the halfway point, as I said, the Australian Boomerangs are 79 for 1. An interesting little fact that I have for you is that the highest score in MCL history, which was scored in 2017, was achieved by, where are my notes here? My apologies. The highest team score was actually in 2019. It was achieved by the Sledgehagen Cricket Academy against Sarama. A massive score of 4 for 376 of 20 overs. So I don't think at this stage that the game is on track to eclipse that incredible total. But what we do know is that the lowest total of all out 68 by the Zagreb Cricket Club of 68 has already been surpassed by the current batting side, the Boomerangs. That was in 2016, but certainly the Zagreb Cricket Club have come a long way since then. They've had more competitive cricket under their belt and are much more experienced and better off for having competitions such as the Mediterranean Cricket League come to Croatia and bring competitive cricket to an emerging playing nation. We are about to get back underway. Mr. Steve Tripp takes up post as the officiating umpire. As I mentioned before, the umpires are continuing to stand at the officiating end for 5 overs in a row, which is a little bit different to what you would normally see in some of the Premier Cricket leagues around the world. The reason for that is that we want to keep play going as quickly as possible, and so having the umpires continue to officiate and get bowling changes underway quickly means that we will get the match wrapped up on time. A swing and a miss, but a wide delivery nonetheless by the bowler. Another wide delivery there. So a chance now for the bowler to get his line and length back on target. Oh, and that falls over the boundary rope there at point for 4. Another great shot there by Marco Vake. I can hear plenty of encouragement out there in the field from Zagreb's Richard Probst, who is very much one of the local identities of cricket here in Zagreb. English born, he's resided in Croatia for a number of years now. Unfortunately, as we speak of him, Richard didn't quite execute that throw as he would have liked. But yes, as I said, Richard is a very well-known identity here in Zagreb, very well knowledged in the game of cricket, and has really helped grow the game here in this wonderful city of Zagreb. Another single there to the batting side. And the bowler aborts his run up there. The end of the over. Boomerangs are 91 for 1. We hope you are enjoying our coverage of the 2022 Mediterranean Cricket League. It's been a fantastic initiative that's been brought to Croatia. It's presented many new opportunities, including for our cameraman Marco, who is filming cricket for the first time. And in fact, Marco has never actually seen a game of cricket until we showed him some videos earlier in the week. So he's very quickly had to get up to speed on the game. But he's doing a sterling job so far, and he's going to continue to do so for the rest of this tournament. Oh, and a thick outside edge there from Vike. Stopped at a short third man. The end of the 12th over is 97 for 1. We're starting to have a few guests turn up here at the Budanets Oval here in Zagreb. They are currently on our broadcast side predominantly, so while they won't be on capture on your screens. An appeal quickly shrugged off by umpire Steve Tripp there, and a leg by. So just an interesting fact, this is Steve's 24th match in the MCL that he has officiated since the start in 2016. Turkic plays that fine, and that'll be 4. No, in fact, he hasn't called 4. Apologies. It was only 2. Three, in fact. And an edge from Vike. Falls short of the fielders. Quick change. Hits the batsman rather than the stumps. That is played nicely. Late cut. Again, the field just to the Zagreb mountain ends of the ground does appear to slow up as it heads towards the boundary, so fours are not guaranteed. That one goes through the fielder at deep point and is 4 runs for the batsman. As I mentioned before, we are broadcasting from the Mega Go-Karts end of Budanets Oval. Mega Go-Karts is the premier go-kart racing facility here in Zagreb, Croatia. The kind folk from Mega Go-Karts have been very accommodating to all the players and officials from the Mediterranean Cricket League, and are very big supporters of cricket in Zagreb as well, and we thank them for their support and also their use of their facilities this week. As a result, we have named this end of the ground the Mega Go-Karts end. Hit hard down there by Vike. Ooh, bit of uneven bounce, but well judged by the fielder. Cricket is still developing here in Croatia, which means that the facilities are lovely shot there from Turkic, coming back for the second as it's picked up on the deep cover boundary, coming back for 2. Yes, as I mentioned, cricket is still developing here in Croatia, which does mean that the facilities available are still also developing, and as such the grounds are perhaps not as pristine as you might otherwise see on other television screens around the world, particularly in those more established cricket nations. but rest assured that the Cricket Sports Federation in Croatia and many other associated sporting groups here are doing their best to develop the game and get facilities up to an international standard. So Boomerang's building a good total here as we are approaching the end of the 14th over. The loss of 1 wicket does mean that there are the opportunities like that for some big shots. Certainly the more wickets in hand as you approach the end of your innings is definitely an advantage for the batting side. It does mean you can take a few more risks and hopefully score a few more boundaries and walk away with a big total. So 6 overs left. Let's see how big a total the Boomerangs can build here. Turkic and Vake well and truly established at the crease. Boomerangs looking to make a big total. Zagreb looking to keep it as low as possible. That's pulled away there through mid-wicket. Fielder judges it well. Fantastic throw from the boundary there. And that's a lovely pull shot through square leg. Ball has gone deep into the shrubs, but an excellent shot there by Marco Vake. Well played there by Vake for a quick single. I apologise that we do not have individual scores available on our stream. The broadcast tower is separate to the scorers. So at the innings break I will confirm the individual scores as well as the wicket takers. It is still somewhat of a work in progress for us here at the Mediterranean Cricket League, the live stream. Lovely shot there. One bouncing over the rope from Turkic. As I mentioned, it's still a bit of a work in progress, our live stream. We have had some teething issues this morning and also in the preceding days about getting this set up, but we are still very glad to be bringing you this live coverage from the Budanets Cricket Oval in Zagreb. And I'm sure that as the tournament rolls on, we will iron out those teething problems and we will have a much more complete broadcast for you as the tournament rolls through. leg bye. The end of the 15th over. The Boomerangs are 126 for 1. And we see Bob Belcher take position for the final 5 overs of the tournament. This is Bob's 6th match that he's umpired in MCL history. Fantastic to have him back. As I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Bob spends 6 months of his time each year in Australia umpiring cricket, and the other 6 months of the year umpiring in England. So a fantastic cricket tragic, giving back to the game as an umpire. Oh, that one's caught Vake. There's a mix-up. But no, Vake scampers back, and there is no run taken. There's a wide called. I can just hear in my background that the bus has rolled up, bringing the... Oh, and that one has well and truly beaten Vike, and also the keeper. But they do scamper through for a bye. As I mentioned, I could just hear the bus roll up with the Balhera cricket team, who a lot of unknown factors with Balhera. They arrived last night for the start of the tournament. As I mentioned, there is not a lot known about the Balhera side, but there has also been a lot of chatter that they may be the team to beat in this tournament, and we will find out whether that is in fact true later today when they take on Zagreb Cricket Club, with the Zagreb cricket team backing up for today's second match, with the play estimated to start at and that is a wide, which has actually come off the end of the pitch and gone all the way for 5 wides. In fact, it was called a no ball because it did not land on the pitch, and it is a free hit for the batting side. So a good opportunity for Vike to dispatch this and add to the Boomerang's total. He plays a nice cover drive, but unfortunately his prize is just the 1 run. Played late there, Vike scampers through. Very good running there between wickets by the Boomerangs. And it's the end of the over. The Boomerangs are 135 for 1. field there, out on the point boundary. The batsmen are able to pick up one. A stumping chance there. It has been called a wide, but umpire Steve Tripp at the square leg boundary says not out. Zagreb do seem convinced that it was actually a stumping. However, with no replay system available. Chance here on the deep. Yes, taken very well. Nice on the deep long on boundary. Very good catch. And a bit of theatrics there. He kisses to the crowd. Fantastic catch. And that is the end of Vike. Fantastic innings. He went for the big hit, trying to add to the total as the number of balls in innings closes, but unfortunately he has hauled out on the long off boundary and brings to an end a magnificent innings by the Estonian. It's a fantastic catch there on the long on boundary. Oh. The bowler is eager to get underway, but not the case. Here we go. Turkic bunts that away and brings on strike Boro Jokovic, another Croatian Australian who will suit up for the Croatian national side in next week's ICC qualifying tournament in Finland. Fantastic opportunity for Boro, but right now he'll have to get his big Master Blaster bat swinging to try and add to the Boomerang's total in these final deliveries. And it's a no ball. Therefore it is a free hit, and Jurkovic will have the chance to get willow on leather and hopefully send it into the crowd and get his scoring total underway. Ooh. And unfortunately Jurkovic is not able to take advantage of that free hit, and we have a dot ball. So for those Jurkovic hits that down to the cover boundary for a single, and he is underway. So for those not familiar with the free hit system, if a no ball is bowled, or any no ball in cricket, in limited overs cricket, Turkic unable to take advantage of that slow delivery there, and we've come to the end of the over. The Boomerangs are 139 for 2. So as I mentioned before, if in limited overs cricket, such as the T20 match that you are watching today, if a no ball is bowled, it immediately triggers a free hit for the batsman on the next delivery. So not only are they awarded one run from the no ball from the preceding delivery, they have a free hit off the next delivery, which means that they are unable to be dismissed in any form. So, for example, on that previous shot you're watching, if Jurkovic had been caught and run through for one, he would have been awarded 1 run. He would not have been dismissed. Down the leg side, Jurkovic lets that one go. Jurkovic thinks about a second, but Turkic says no. So for our viewers at home, the Boomerangs were actually the 2018 champions of the Mediterranean Cricket League. And are looking to become the first team to become multiple winners of the tournament. A very good chance. Jurkovic unable to get that one away. So the first MCL tournament in 2016 was won by the Ukraine national team. The following year in 2017, the Sarama Cricket Club from Estonia took out the honours. As I mentioned before, the Boomerangs were crowned champions in 2018. And in 2019, we fantastically saw the Warriors of Qatar take home the tournament. So 4 different winners of the MCL in its history. Oh, and the batsmen pick up 3 here, and we have a free hit. It's a fantastic opportunity, as I said before, for Turkic to add to the total. He cannot be dismissed off this ball. The umpire signal there that you see signals that it is a free hit for the batting side. And Turkic hits that hard, long, and it's 6 runs straight down the ground. Fantastic shot there by Boomerang's captain Dan Turkic. And at the end of the over, 2 overs remaining, the Boomerangs are 151 for 2. Score check. Apologies there, it is actually 154 for 2. Our score is just not picked up a run somewhere along the way. Fantastic cut shot there by Turkic. And that is actually a half century for Turkic. He's gone on the attack again. Oh, and it's hit a bit of a sound mound there at cover. Probably scuppered his chances there for another boundary, but the batsmen do come back for 2. With 8 wickets in hand, there is really a great opportunity for the Boomerangs to take plenty of risks and try and get that total as high as possible. Jurkovic unable to get that away as he would have liked. Hit that hard, high and long up near our broadcast end. It actually goes over our tower and it's 6 runs. What a fantastic strike. There's a little bit of fears there, Marco, that it was going to land on our head. Would have been rather scary sort of outcome. I'm not sure how good your cricket catching skills are, Marco. I know your filming skills are excellent, but given that this is one of your first opportunities to see cricket live, yes, it would have been rather a rude introduction to the game if it had copped a cricket ball square in the head. But nonetheless, we are okay. And that was a fantastic shot there by Turkic as we begin the final over. Jurkovic dispatches that one behind square. The ball has actually now been lost in the shrubbery. Some very valuable runs here at the death for the Boomerangs. The total continues to build. Jurkovic looking around. He goes again. It's a catching opportunity. Oh, and it's been spilled out there on the deep square leg boundary. So a bit of a let off there for the batting side. But only 1 run scored. Batsmen scamper through for 1. And we have a much crucial dot ball in the final over. And another dot ball. And that is the end of the innings. The Boomerangs finish on 177 for the loss of just 2 wickets. Fantastic knocks by captain Dan Turkic and also Marko Vajk, who opened the batting with Stuart Hook. We will get confirmation of that total as well as the individual scores for you shortly. But that is quite a commanding total that the Boomerangs have been able to post, and it's going to take some batting from the Zagreb side to bring that down. So the Boomerangs in the box seat at the change of innings. Boomerangs just having a quick team huddle there. Make sure their spirits stay high. It might be a commanding total that they do have to chase, but like any run chase, you do go in there with some confidence that you are able to bring it down. So there'll be a quick changeover of innings, and we'll soon see Zagreb come to the crease to see whether they can chase down the Boomerangs total of 177. Thank you for joining us at the Budanets Cricket Oval here in Zagreb for the first match of the Mediterranean Cricket League 2022. It has been a fantastic start after a slight hiccup at the beginning with some rain issues, but we are underway. The sun is coming out. The crowd is starting to build here at the Mega Go-Karts end of the ground, and we're looking for a fantastic day of cricket, not only today on this lovely Tuesday, but also for the rest of the week. You going okay? Yeah. Scorers, can I get confirmation of the final total? 177? Thank you.
Does that take the camera off?
On my mobile phone back 56. Okay,
It was the is it just the one? Oh, no, here. So it's just okay.